everybody, Josh the RV Nerd of Bish's RV down here to show you what's in store for 24 for the Cherokee division of Forest River. We're going to take a look through, their full stick and tin series, their laminated division, even a bit of their toy haulers. What I'm going to do in this video is give you some just fast flyby footage of a whole bunch of new things that I've seen today to kind of give you an idea of what's going on. And along with this, I need your help. I need you to kind of tell me, the new models that you see, is there something that you like, something you want to see more of, so I can, help zero in on the ones that you want to see as we go later today. And to help kind of navigate this thing, if you want to check back later, be like, what was that one? You want to show somebody, I'm going to chapter mark this video so you can jump to each of these little fast flyby things. And if you like how we get away from the office and get you something a little bit different today, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and let's see what's in store for 24.
And I'm really curious to see your comments as we go on this one, because the Cherokee series this year has a giant list of product changes and updates. A lot of them are very minor, just simple cosmetic things that you can see that I'm not going to dive specifically into. But there's been some major changes to this entire Wolf Pup series, and through the entire family there have been some additions, there have been some subtractions, some things I like, some things I don't. So one of the major things here on Wolf Pup is they are no longer 7 foot wide. They are now 7.5 foot wide. And along with that, there have been a ton of floor plan and model revisions as they had a little more space to work with and were able to open up new opportunities, like the previously 17JG that we're looking at is now the 17JW. And a lot of these model numbers are going to look kind of wild. You're like, what does that stand for? Cherokee kind of names a lot of the models that they develop after the people that helped develop them at the factory, sort of recognizing and showing some appreciation for the staff members that kind of get involved here, because it really is a big team effort down there that helps them develop their product. By going 7.5 foot wide, though, they've been able to open up new opportunities and new floor plans and then improve some old things. Now, some previous things like the 16FQ are still around, but the number one reason I saw people swapping out of Wolf Pups and trading up was just because it felt too small. So by expanding on that, I think it's really going to help. Now, the Cherokee Juice Pack, the 100-watt solar package, that is making a return this year, but with a little revision there that I think some folks are going to like and some folks aren't. It no longer includes a battery and a battery box. And at first you're like, well, why would anybody like that? The thing is, doing this job, there's all kinds of different people go camping different ways. Some people like me are simple park campers, and all they need is one simple lead acid battery. They don't need anything flashy or fancy. Some people are going to be, spending time off grid, and they need things like lithium batteries or multiple 6 volts that can hold extra capacity. So trying to burn the cost of one battery in that doesn't work for a lot of people, it just really kind of was it was hard to make sense anymore. And that's actually something that's even changed at Bish's RV. Years ago, we used to include batteries for folks, no question. We now let you pick your battery instead of, basically smoking the cost of that battery right into the front end purchase price. Now, this 13BC is interesting. If you're paying attention, it does not have a full-time bed. It's got a dual fold-down jackknife sofas that can kind of meet in the middle if you want a mega bed, or it could be an awesome one-bed solo camper. But this one right here, I'm very interested to see what you think about this new 18CB. It reminds me a lot of the, what's the floor plan? The Wildwood calls it a 170SS, where it is a full super slide on a single axle. But the layout of this, it's a wacky front kitchen with a bed and dining in the slide that I've never seen something like this before, especially on a single axle platform. When I first walked into it, I didn't even realize it was a single axle RV. Now, naturally, you might be wondering about the weight of this. They run it on a really heavy duty single axle. And as funny as this sounds, by doing that, they're able to keep the total weight and cost of the RV down while still giving you quite a bit of space inside of it. And look at that microwave. They are moving away from conventional ovens. Although the Wolf Pup series has really never been known for ovens, they are moving into a air fryer convection microwave combo, basically through their entire stick and tin lineup, which I thought was very interesting. Now, that black box in the bottom right corner, that is a single point, basically inverter brick. So it's a household outlet. There's also some household and USB Type A and Type C plugs on that. But it has a single household outlet that you can activate to be powered directly off the battery. So if you want to run a standing fan or something like that, you can do that there. Now this model used to be called the 16PF, and it just never quite felt right. And by going 7.5 foot wide here, I think they're really making the difference, and this model's really kind of clicking and coming into place right here. Overall, they made a couple little decor adjustments. Again, you can kind of see that for yourself, like the slide fascia has been cleaned up and improved, but they got rid of the One Control technology package, which frankly, I'm fine with that. I'm one of these kind of people, I just prefer simple like switches instead of, having to go to a touch screen or Bluetooth panel every single time. So just walking in, pushing a button, that works for me. And they were able to kind of shift that money around. Now the Black Label series, of course, makes a comeback. It's available on every Wolf Pup, Grey Wolf, and Cherokee model. They've been a little changed to the fiberglass on that, though. They've gone away from the full gel coat and moved to a Phylon, so it may not be quite as shiny. Now, did you see that giant window up in the bedroom of these? They're getting better about putting window coverage wherever they can, and that's really one of the key points of this new 26LK rear bathroom couples camping floor plan right here. There have been a lot of campers like this. There's a lot of front bed, middle super slide, rear bathroom campers out there, but they almost always have jack and squat for campsite windows. This one works to kind of correct that. And as you can see, they're flirting with their own kind of idea or version of like a Salem Wildwood Versa Lounge right here, but with those kick-out incliners. Now there is a pontoon style like removable armrest that you can kind of slot in place to sort of separate the sofa and the dining, or you can just use it in like open lounge mode like I kind of displayed right here. And I'd be kind of curious to know what you think about that concept. They have stuck with camp queens. I was really hoping they would go to a true length queen. A lot of their floor plans still have room for an 80-inch queen, but they're not factory, built with that bed. So that's just one of those little things you might want to keep in mind. The bigger 15,000 BTU air conditioner on their Grey Wolf and Cherokee series has made a comeback. Still have that electric space heat and Tootsie toaster wherever they can shove that sucker. And overall, I really liked this model, and I would really like to know, is this one that you'd like to get full detailed footage of? I really want to kind of focus in on new things you haven't seen before, but a lot of their models are new now with a lot of their revisions. Something you can't really see from just my flyby footage here is they've also done some tweaks in a lot of the kitchens of their models, where it has a wastebasket in a drawer that kind of slides open. Now, this one I wasn't really sure what to think about. I'm calling it the New Mexico due to the model number, but it's got a private rear, I call it eat and go kind of dinette room. Or did you notice that was a fold down like set of sofas pretending to be a dinette with a fold up bunk above it? So those two things down there acting like a dinette, those are a pair of jackknife fold-down sleeper sofas that can create sleeping space. You have L-shaped sleeping space above, and then that stuff can fold up out of the way during the day to create that lower area. And I kind of wonder if this could be some sort of office model, but with that rear cargo door that you see over there and the fact that it deadbolts for safety and security, you might be able to use that as like a rolling cargo garage or something like that going down the road. Again, I'm really wondering what you think about this model. I wasn't quite sure like if it was really awesome and smart or if it was just kind of a little bit of insanity. And I think it might be a little bit of somewhere in between the two. Overall, though, the big XL vent fans that you're looking at right here, you'll find that through the Black Label Wolf Pups, and then all of your tandem axle 8-foot wide Grey Wolf and Cherokee series, whether it's standard or the Black Label division. Now, they're working on that underbed storage. That's not exactly the final version of it yet, but what they're trying to do is open that up, and it's a flip-up bed base with those kind of, leg styles right there. But the thing here is that it has sliding access panels to get into the front storage compartment so that if cargo shifts on you, it's going to be easier to get to. So I'm not going to call it a Murphy bed in its current stage. It's just kind of a fold-up cargo bed, but with that side entry door, again, it creates a big garage space. So that previous model we were looking at almost has like two garages built into it in this really weird way. So if you're looking for a space to maybe haul bikes and stuff, that could work. Now, currently, that bed arrangement doesn't have any sort of like way to keep the bed up other than sort of, wedging it under the mattress. I'm hopeful they come up with even some kind of piano hinge kind of situation. This thing right here, though, a giant rear den in the Cherokee series. This is where Grey Wolf and Cherokee vary. Cherokee's starting to flirt with like almost those fifth wheel style and park friendly floor plans in a conventional travel trailer style and construction. It's very interesting where they're going here, but it kind of makes sense to me the longer that I went through it. But, you know, that's just my weird way about things. Look in that closet, though. Wherever they can, they're also starting to shove washer and dryer prep, and you will see that continue up through their fifth wheels here. Their closets and their fifth wheels are also washer dryer prep. Now, all of the fifth wheels, the reintroduction of the Cherokee fifth wheel series, has a couple things standardized. The adventure package is standardized. That's also true at Wolf Pups. All Wolf Pups have standard adventure package, but the fifth wheels are also all standard Black Label edition. A lot of these are not necessarily game-changing, brand new, earth-shaking floor plans. What they were looking for here are very popular floor plans that they could introduce. A lot of these things under 30 foot, which I thought was very exciting. And again, with maximized overhead storage through their tandem axle lineup, due to the fact that they have that air fryer convection microwave combo down below the countertop line. And I'm, again, really wondering what some folks think about that. Because you no longer have a propane cooking option. Well, oven. You still have the gas cooktop inside the RV. But the full Cherokee series, the Floor Flush series, getting rid of the carpet, I thought was very, very interesting. I could see some folks being very excited about that. They have maintained floor heating vents on these, so kind of keep that in mind. The Black Label edition still maintains that crazy shower hardware where it's got like the sprayer, the wand style sprayer head, as well as the full on, built on the RV kind of sprayer head. There's actually a better look at it in the mirror right there. This is, again, a Camp Queen, but they left tons of room around it if you want to go to a true Queen. And again, washer-dryer prepped in there I thought was interesting. But this new Wolf Dens series I'm very excited about, because what a lot of manufacturers have done is they've taken their popular models and they've decontented them. They've just stripped crap out to get them lighter weight and less expensive. Cherokee built an entire series from the ground up to accomplish that goal. And it's always really been my experience, when a manufacturer does something by intention, it really kind of comes out looking better than it ever did before. And that's just kind of, my impression of things. This one right here, the 16 EV, is lightweight. It's still 7.5 foot wide, kind of like a Wolf Pup, but it is an all-electric camper. Electric space heating fireplace. It doesn't have a propane furnace. It doesn't have a propane oven or cooktop. It has a 12-volt compressor fridge. This is a 100% electric camper. Now, the Wolf Den series doesn't come with any factory standard solar, so you're going to want to kind of keep that in mind. By default, this is a little casual family camping park hopper sort of thing. But, if you want to go off grid with it, you're going to have to add some solar and some battery. If you want to go off grid with it, you may actually want to just go ahead and upgrade to something like the Wolf Pup. Or right here, the Wolf Den series also has floor plans similar to the Grey Wolf or Cherokee series here. This was the Cherokee 274 BRB previously, rebuilt as the 272 Wolf Den. And what I like about this, they peeled out all the fluff stuff. It's everything that matters and nothing that doesn't with these. And as a result, they're lighter weight, they're less expensive. But for someone who's like getting their first camper, or you're like, listen, I don't camp in it, 3 months in a row out of the year, I was really happy, because notice you still maintain that big XL vent fan in the bathroom. You still maintain like the bigger sinks. A lot of those things that you've really come to associate with Cherokee and Grey Wolf are all still here. But stuff like an electric fireplace, a lot of people I've heard look at that and go, that doesn't do me any good. I don't need that. They've gotten rid of that. Keeping the campsite windows, keeping the big window in the bedroom. They've maintained the integrity of their platform. They just haven't gone way above and beyond. And where it's critical, like around the bed, they still have household and USB outlets. Now, just to give you an idea, the Wolf Den series is going to be available in both couples models and family models. So it's not just all, I've got a family and I want to go out for a weekend on a budget. If it's just one or two of you, they've got models for you here as well. Now, one thing I thought was really interesting through the Cherokee and Grey Wolf series, they have also standardized 12-volt tank heater pads this year, and that is a major upgrade that you can't see on these campers. So that's something I'm really excited about, giving them that little bit of extended capability, because a lot of these models have had enclosed holding tanks for years, but they haven't had actually any sort of belly heating or tank heaters. So now having enclosed tanks and 12-volt tank heat pads, I think, is a very cool addition on these. Now, this floor plan is very similar to like a 2500 Imagine or something like that. It's got a big walk-through middle bath, which keeps the overall length of the RV shorter, the RV lighter, the RV less expensive, but it does mean that the RV's cut off if someone's using the bathroom. In a couples model like this, that doesn't really bother me so much. In a family model on some of those, it can be an issue for some folks. Now, the Timberwolf series is kind of the name that's been adopted over the last couple years for the previous Cherokee like destination and park model series. And if I had to call a spade and a duck, this is kind of their answer to the Salem Wildwood 42 View, with just the absolute crazy plaster of campsite windows. This one is 8 foot wide instead of 8.5 foot wide, but you know, it's also extra tall and has all that window coverage. And in the back here, it has this crazy, giant mega loft. And there's parts of me that almost wonder, this is going to sound nuts, but is that loft too big? And when we get back there, you'll see what I mean. Where it's, you know, you have sleeping space up there, but like you get up and then you have to virtually army crawl all the way through it. But at the same time, we have all kinds of coverage. And now, I kept bumping into a couple different people as I was going through this display here. There were a bunch of us trying to get footage, just like I was doing here. Overall, though, there have been some other things, like in the, Cherokee and Grey Wolf series. They got rid of the skylights in the kitchen, which I would have liked to have seen, but, they've always had a lot of USB plugs. Anywhere you see USB plugs on these, you're going to see a Type A and a Type C plug, so that, for, modern wireless charge pads, things that require a little bit extra juice, you're going to be covered on those. And overall, I'd really love to hear your input on this, and leave me some comments. Let me know what you think of the series overall.
Now, originally, I planned on lumping all the laminated Cherokee division stuff and like the toy hauler stuff all in here together, but I think that there was so much here to capture in just the stick and tin division. I'm going to let this be its own video. I'm going to go get something separate there. If you want to catch all the new things going on in those divisions, make sure you subscribe if you haven't before, and we'll get that footage rolled out for you. So thanks again for tuning in. Let me know what you think. Like, I tell you, I'm excited. The little bit of body change on the Wolf Pup series, I think, is going to make a major, major impact. And those little slight changes, like the little tweak to the front profile of their stick and tin trailers, little stuff like that, I think, has like a major impact difference down the line. So again, let me know what you think. Are there certain models that you definitely want me to try to find some time to zero in on and get a deep dive on those? I'm going to try to get a couple of those today. I'm going to do a little bit of guessing. But again, you folks help drive this channel. Let me know what you want to see, and I'll do my best to fulfill it. And if you like how we make that happen for you, hit that subscribe button, like our video, and until next time, take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.